Salute BookTube. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being here. We are almost near the end of the Celebrating BookTube video series that I've created. I think this is volume 16, I believe. I'm not sure, but it's actually the second last. I've got this one. I'm going to record one more, and then boom, we're done. But before I ended this series, I did want to celebrate yet another BookTuber, and I wanted to get this done before I wrap up the series. The booktuber in question is my good friend Aley at a Genteel black hole. Aley's got an awesome channel. He's mostly a science fiction and fantasy, or fantasy and science fiction reader. I guess mostly fantasy, but he reads everything, from Shakespeare to everything, to fantasy, to everything in between. So you definitely need to check out his channel. I wanted to celebrate Aley for two reasons. Number one is Aley is the originator, the creator of a wonderful sort of poetry BookTube event, or BookTube initiative, I guess, called the Poetry Party, that he does from time to time. He's only done 2 editions of it, and I'll link the first edition, and then he created the second edition recently, relatively recently. It's been a while now by the time this video goes out, and he just gets other booktubers to read a section of poetry, and then he compiles the video and he releases it out to the ether, to the world, into the Genteel black hole. So the problem, or my problem with it, is I've never participated. I've seen him send the invitations out, but I've never participated, and it's not personal to Aley. It's just I don't have. Those of you who are new to my channel know I read mostly nonfiction, mostly history. I don't have that much poetry to read, but I want to change that. I want to get into a bit of poetry and do a bit of poetry reading. So I don't know if Aley's going to make a part 3, but if he does, I'm going to be ready. I said I don't have a lot of poetry books in this vast library, but I do have this one, and I think if I was to participate, because I do want to get to this, what I have read, scraps of this I've really liked. So if there was a poetry, another poetry party, if Aley does host another poetry party, I would definitely, or most likely, read out of this. It's The Essential Rumi. And it's translated by Colin Barks. Those of you who don't know Rumi, he was a Persian poet from, I don't even want to guess the date. I don't know, I should have checked this before, but let's see if we can find it quickly in the intro, if we can see a date. He died in 1273, so the 13th century Middle Eastern poet. And this is an English translation. I've got this book, I want to read it, and what better way to get into poetry than with a party, with Aley's Poetry Party. Like I said, there's a part 1, there's a part 2. I have no idea if there's going to be a part 3, like a 3rd edition of the party, but I will link part 1 and part 2. You should check it out after you do check out Aley's channel generally. Again, just an awesome booktuber. The other reason I wanted to celebrate Aley is because he is... I think he has the best production on BookTube. From all the booktubers I watch, production-wise, I think Aley gets the top prize. And it doesn't surprise me. Aley, he's not just a reader, but he's also a creative. He's a songwriter. He sings. I don't know if he sings. Singer-songwriter. I don't know if he sings, but he does. He writes music, and he creates music, at least instrumental music. I think in his intro and his outro is his music. He's just a lover of music. He's also a lover of film. And film, I think, is not just his production, because his production value is really good, and he does BookTube right. Even his descriptions, the video descriptions, me, I just put a couple of links or whatever, but Aley really does a very thorough job. Just amazing production, and it's not just his production skills, it's also he's got an acting skill. He does the close-ups, and he does a face, like emotions, like what is it called, like The dramatic facial expressions. He just does it, and you can tell he puts in a lot of work onto his videos. You can tell. It doesn't mean that he's definitely not inauthentic or one of those fake booktubers, not at all, but it's so authentic and it's so well produced, and he's got that. I mean, if you can add to his songwriting and his writing, he also writes. He's got a blog, and he said he prefers to write because let's just say he's got a few challenges. Nothing he can't handle, but so he writes as well. He creates videos. He creates music. Just an all-around creative guy and awesome booktuber. Just an awesome booktuber. And with that idea of filming, I thought, what better way to celebrate Aley and to talk about filming and booktube than by doing the filming day tag. This was a tag, I believe, created by Bibliophile Bookscapes, Mike at Bibliophile Bookscapes, who I celebrated way back earlier in the series. And he did this tag a long time ago, probably a month ago now, but again, I'm getting to it now. And the tag is pretty much, what is your routine for filming? And so I thought I would do this, and I think I'm going to tag Aley as well. Taggy, I was going to call you Taggy. Aley, if you're watching this, consider yourself tagged. Of course, there's no pressure to do it. I know that you prefer writing over making videos, but if you want to do it, consider yourself tagged. And if anybody else is watching this, and they want to do this, and they've got a BookTube channel, or you have to have a BookTube channel, because it's all about filming. If you do want to do this, consider yourself tagged as well. But again, I thought I would do this filming day tag because I think Aley has the most awesome filming production out there, to be honest. So the prompts, there's only 8, so hopefully we can go through this quickly. Prompt number 1, your filming setup reality. I don't know what reality means. I watched Mike's video a long time ago and he gave the explanations, but I believe it's just like, where do you film? Yeah, pretty much. And this is what I have. I'm very fortunate to have a free room in which I was able to build a library out of my own little space. This is where I do most of my reading, on that armchair right there. I've got a desk here. It's covered in books because I'm doing a bit of reorganization, etc. I need to handle that, but I've just been busy. So this is usually an empty desk with a laptop where I can write or do whatever. So it's an office / library, and it's just the perfect place to film. It's just, I got a lot of comments about my large library. Those of you who don't know, this is just one side. I've got opposite this, I've got exactly parallel right in front of it, exactly the same setup with almost exactly the same amount of books, an egregious amount of books, but it's good. It's good. It's a good filming studio, I guess. It's good for clickbait. Usually I put my camera like right on, there's a shelf and then there's a space between the books and the edge of the shelf. I used to put my camera there and just record. Now I've actually, because I'm a big booktuber now with 200 plus subscribers, I bought this sort of a holder which you can clip it onto the shelf, and it's got a holder and you can move the camera around. It's quite well, now it's shaking, but it's quite useful for filming. I think the next thing I want to do is I want to put a light. I know there's going to be a ring light. The problem is if I bring a ring light and I show books, like because I show a lot of books on my iPad, and sometimes I put it and there's a reflection, you're going to see the ring light. So I don't know, either a ring light, because I'm a fancy booktuber, or just something I can clip up and just add a bit of lighting, because I see all the streamers do it, all the beauty streamers and all the... Anyway, that's, I don't know, if the video quality is good enough, nobody has told me that it's terrible, so it might be working the way it is, but yeah, that's the reality. Number 2, time of day you film best. I prefer the evenings. I've got the problem is I've got my windows are on this side of the room of the library. So there's 2 windows, and for those of you who are new, I'm based in the Middle East, and especially now in the summer, it's very sunny. So I get a lot of natural light, which is good, It's good for reading or whatever, but for filming, sometimes it creates like a glare. So I've got to close the curtains if I want to film in the daytime and use like light, not natural light. I mean, ideally, if I had somehow I have put the camera in front of the window, then I wouldn't need the light I was mentioning. But then you wouldn't really see the library. You'd see the edges of it. I think this is a bit better, in my opinion. But let me know in the comments if not. But I still, in the evening, the light is not a problem, but I still close the curtain, I open the light. I don't know why, I just like it in the evening. It's like, I don't know, I do this for fun, so it's a nice way to unwind, I guess. Prompt number 3, pre-filming rituals. A lot of yoga. I don't have any rituals, I don't do any, I mean, I take a gulp of water, because I don't want to, my videos are atrociously long, so I don't want to be drinking during my video, so I'll take a good gulp of water before I film. You know, I'll breathe. No, not really. I just drink water, and the pre-ritual I do is just prep for the videos. I like to, you don't want to look at my face the whole time, so what I like to do is I like to bring books and show books, and I think that keeps the engagement a bit better. But that means I need to prep, get the books that I want. So I don't do scripts, but I have it in my head. Okay, I want to talk about this book. So I'll have the pile of books here, usually in an order. I've got to pick them out of my library, and then I you know, I show them throughout my video, just like I showed the Rumi earlier in this video. So that's really the only ritual, really. But there's nothing other than just drinking a bit of water, you know, fixing my hair, although it's still a mess. That's pretty much it. You can see why I want Aley to do this video. Aley's videos got good production value. I want to know everything, like what software do you use and all that stuff. Number 4, biggest filming distraction. I don't really have any distractions, really. I live relatively close. Actually, I don't live close to the airport, but I'm on a flight path a little bit. Sometimes, I don't know if you hear it, sometimes there's airplanes whizzing by, but you know, other distractions are usually myself. Like, because I don't have scripts, I don't have notes, I don't write things down, I don't edit. So if I mess up, I'm usually my own worst enemy. If I mess up or if I forget something, then it's in my head and I'm like, oh no, just keep talking for the camera. You know, if I mess up and then I've got to shuffle around, it's not exactly very professional, and it's distracting. But I mean, nothing else really. Number 5, most chaotic filming moment. Well, I have it. I didn't edit it out. I've got about 120-ish videos right now, maybe 118, something like that. 116 out of the 118 videos, this is my filming. This is the background, and I've got this, and there's nothing else. I made a small series about my childhood books, which are on a shelf over there, and I couldn't, there's so many of them. I've preserved my childhood books from my youth. My parents also preserved it, and then I just kept it. And it's on another shelf, but I didn't want to line them up and show them here. So I said, okay, I'll film on that shelf. So I took my phone and I set it up on that shelf, but I was also taking out the books, so it turned into a disaster. I dropped the phone and it fell on the floor. I had to, I say I never edit, but I do edit from time to time. If I mess up, like, or I forgot something like a book, how I mentioned, I bring a pile of books and then I start explaining them in a video. Sometimes I forget something, or I forgot my iPad, or I forgot a name or something, then I'm gonna have to edit. But for that, I did have to edit because I had the phone, I was showing books and I was taking it out, and it hit the phone and the phone fell. So it actually happened twice. But I have so many childhood books that I've kept. It's a 4-part series. You can find it in my backlog if you really want to watch it. And you'll see the chaotic moment as well. Number 6, something always going wrong while filming. Again, nothing major. The biggest thing that goes wrong is I forget, because again, I don't have a script, I don't have notes, and I don't edit. So if I forget something, I'm in a bit of trouble. And then once I stop filming, I'm like, oh, I forgot to mention that, or oh, I should have said this. Or like I said, I get a bunch of books to show, and I've got them close at hand, but then I forget one book, and then I'm gonna have to pause it and then like edit or start over the video, which is rare. But if it's early in the video, I'll restart it. If it's like we're now 15 minutes now, if something happens now, there's no way, no way I'm going back. But is it always going wrong? Not always, but it happens. It happens again. I'm my own worst enemy. I'll forget usually, or I wanted to mention something about a specific channel. For example, I said, okay, I'm going to talk about this in my head before I hit record, and I mentioned that, and then I missed one. I forgot to mention, but that's pretty much. But it's not always. It happens from time to time. Number 7, your post-upload routine. I do the happy dance. I just typically just upload it to BookTube, to YouTube. I fix the what is it called? You see what I mean? Sometimes this is a big something that always goes wrong while filming is forgetting words. The when the video shows the thumbnail, there you go. It comes to me. Sometimes it comes quickly. Sometimes I'm fussing around for 10 seconds. But the thumbnail, I'll make sure that's correct. And then I'll just add the details in the show descriptions. For example, here I'm going to link Aley. I'm going to link his poetry party videos. And then in every video, I put my email and I put my Substack as well. I just copy paste that. The only thing is I'm not a big fan of the YouTube interface. I find it quite cumbersome. I thought it could be easier, especially when you want to tag people. For me, I don't know if it's only me. And I know there's YouTube Studio. I don't even like using YouTube Studio. I like going directly to the YouTube app that I have on my phone and then uploading. The other thing is sometimes the video uploads and I'm still working on the video description. Usually I upload it to save time and then I work on the description, and then once the description is done, usually I have it done before it finishes uploading. But I don't know, it's been faster. I think I got a new internet a bit faster, and maybe that's why it's a bit faster now. But yeah, I upload it and then I just check and make sure, because sometimes you put the tags and it's not highlighted. The link doesn't work. Things like that, or I make a typo. I make a lot of typos because I also don't like typing on the phone, especially longer thing, like longer. It's a long introduction in the description, or if I'm writing, or even an email, then I prefer to use a laptop. Like I need a keyboard, so you'll see a lot of typos in my comments, in my video descriptions, just. And then 8, the final one. What filming day feels like emotionally, or what does filming day feel like emotionally? I don't know about emotions. There's a bit of excitement, you're just happy that this is going out. A bit of trepidation. What if people don't like this? What am I doing here? Am I making a fool of myself? And there's a bit of an adrenaline rush when you're done with it. You're just like, adrenaline. Like, yes, I did it. It's done. Wow, it's out there. There's no going back. I guess that's really, really the only emotions that I go through. I'm not crying for joy or anything like that. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. And yeah, that was the final tag. Like I said, Aley, please, if you're watching this, if you can, of course, there's no pressure at all. But if and you do want to do it, consider yourself tagged. I don't even know if you've done it. I don't think he has, but I would like to see it, because again, his production value is amazing. He's got an intro to his videos with an animation. He's got his music. His descriptions are very thorough, and then, like I said, he's got his facial expressions, and he zooms in and he does like an eyebrow raise, or he's got potential as an actor. Let's just put that way. And yeah, if he doesn't do this tag, the rest of you do check out his channel, check out the poetry parties, and I hope if you do a volume 3 of your party, a 3rd edition of your poetry party, please do invite me. I want to be part of the cool kids and be part of the cool poetry kids, and perhaps read me Rumi or some other poet. But I hope next time that I can actually participate, or rather than not. So yeah, that's it. There's one more video to do before the series closes. Everybody who's a regular on my channel knows I've got travel plans, so you're not going to see me much on BookTube for a couple of weeks, but I will still be watching you guys and following you guys, so and you can still get in touch any way you want. So yeah, with that, BookTube, I'll wrap this up. Check out Aley's channel. Thank you, BookTube. Salute.